Yeah, man. So I asked you again, how was your week?
Uh, a blur, a blur.
Hey,
Things
man.
are.
So you was over there over the pond, man, in Italy when they was getting ready for the right before the Winter Olympics started. They was getting ready for that.
Mhm.
How's it being in the Berg? They getting ready for the draft. Have they started anything yet? Like I mean, I
I
know it's still.
Man, I'll tell you what. I saw some stuff where they're doing some revitalization downtown, doing some construction around the square. Just makes me nervous. We don't have a good track record of getting construction done quickly.
Oh well, man, they got to get this done. They putting on the show for the whole country pretty much. Not
Yeah,
everybody, a lot of people watch the draft.
yeah, you're right, but it's just going to make me more upset about the other stuff that ain't done still. We got a highway here. 28 has been under construction since I moved here in 2011.
Wow, that long?
Somewhere, somehow, in a 10-mile stretch, it's been under construction the whole time.
Sheesh.
Yeah, it's wild.
Sounds like for a time anyway. I ain't been up and down that road in a while. Like I-75 was up in our neck of the woods for a while.
Yeah,
Always was
yeah.
something going on.
But man, that's not why we came here, man. We came to talk about the Ohio State Combine.
Yeah, man. So, oh man, I told you, I was telling you backstage too, man. I'm looking at the combine, right? I'm watching it, and some Ohio State guys have done really well. Those that
Woo!
went, the defensive guy, Styles is a machine. Seems like
Your boys are
Marvell Wheaton,
fast.
yeah, yeah. I mean, the big linebackers ran what 4.46, 4.46.
Yeah, both of them broke 4.5. Two fastest linebackers.
Wow, yeah. But Big G and Mod, man. I mean, we got our know-it-alls thread. I'm getting all the updates from them. Every guy's 40 time. Like I was telling you, like I was away from my phone for a little bit. I came back. It was 94 alerts on my phone in that one thread. So it wasn't me at all. It was G and Mod going combine crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
But
That's
hey,
not even the
hey,
fast guy from Ohio State. You haven't even talked about the fast guys yet. It's wild.
who do you think's gonna be the fast guy?
Well, Lorenzo Styles Jr. ran a
Oh,
4.27.
he did run a four. I didn't see that, but I saw it in the text. I did see the text. That must be the official time because in the text it was 4.28.
Yeah, official time on NFL Network Combine was 4.27.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about him. I know Igbenogany
It's
was.
literally how long it takes me to get out of my chair. 4.27.
Hey man, we got Jay Steed in the building, Claude in the building, saying OSU sucks. Yeah, Steve, you know he hating, man. You know Claude, it wouldn't be. Hey, Claude, this for this for you, man. I'm gonna get one of Big G's, Claude the Emperor for you. Keep your superpowers, diabolical powers to yourself, Claude. But B Dirt, let's go ahead and get this thing started, man. We get to talking about what's going on. I saw a mock draft, and we'll talk about on the other side of the intro, man.
Let's
We'll take
do
our
it.
first break right now, and we'll be back to talk combine and AFC North on the other side of the break and then the intro.
Yeah. Uh. Friday night. Huh. Yeah. Yeah. You rolling with the homies. Sports talk with a twist. We keep it real only. Ain't talking that baloney. We speaking the facts. Sports news going on. We talking about that. Tank, pay and dirt. We gon' bring the noise. Friday nights are better when you hang with the boys. Yeah, 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 yeah. We the homies.
Favorite way to start the show. Tate with a fine. Bam. Got him. Loving it.
Did I always do that, man? You know what? I'm just gonna say 2 peas in a bucket, man, and leave off mute. And if I cough, if you hear me sipping something out my bottle, pause. That you know, my bad, because I always get fined because I try and be conscious of being quiet, and it never works for me, man.
I had mine muted too, and then I hit unmute when we come back on. You got it's a 2-way road, man. You gotta do both.
That's always the plan, man. I think
Uh-oh.
what happened. What happened? Oh,
Man, we're watching 2 different games right now.
yeah. I got. Well, what are you watching? I got it on Cleveland Detroit basketball, but I got it on pause.
I
Then
got
when this is over with, I'll unpause it. I can fast forward through commercials. So don't update me on the game.
I'm not going to because I'm watching Michigan, Illinois.
Okay.
Number 3 versus number 10 at Illinois.
Must feel pretty good, man. You got a really good basketball team. You got on both sides. I mean, college, and you got. I mean, that was a good game against Duke last week, even though you guys lost.
And I was not upset about that at all. We had both of our big guys in foul trouble early. I had no problems with that. Detroit, listen, the Pistons are having a great season. But as we get closer to playoff basketball, they're still a piece away. They have to have the ball in Cade Cunningham's hands in order to start any semblance of offense. And you have to be able to have a second playmaker in the NBA. When you're playing playoff basketball, you just can't do it with one.
No, I agree. I know exactly what you're talking about. They need at least another secondary or tertiary playmaker on the court, so he don't have to just his usage is so high, and it'll be even higher in the playoff because everything slows down. And they identify, they try and force it. The playoffs is different because you're playing the same team, best out of 7 every other day. Like you're not just going from Detroit. Oh, we got to go down to over to Cleveland or Chicago and play a game.
I like Duren, but you need somebody else that can face the basket and make their own shots. I thought Ivy had a chance to be that guy. We can't even keep him on the floor. He was always injured.
Hurt. I think you did right getting off of him because you weren't gonna be able to pay him.
Yeah.
But man,
he's
so
got
far,
the AD-itis.
Hey, and AD over here in my neck of the woods now, man, taking off the rest of the season. Always down. But yeah, man, that's enough NBA talk. Shout out some of the folks in the live chat. We got Gerald in the building. We got Big Bob. What up, though, Bob? We already said Jay and Claude. Pickens, you big dummy. He said he working too, but he's still rocking with the homies. Be there on Friday night.
Yeah. Tim Leons.
Man, Gerald said, I won't lie, and I'm not hating, but that intro was trash.
Woo.
Gerald, what's that all about? I thought you was great. Say it was fire, man. I like the new intro, man. You are a hater.
Too.
Gerald, you hating, man. To even say it is hating. Because if you could think that and not put it out there, well, as soon as you put it out there and it's negative, it becomes hate. In my book. I mean, you can not like something and then don't say something like, man, I bet they think that's cool. That's trash. You can think it, but the minute you put it into the universe, you're hating, bruh.
I don't really care. I had a conversation with a good friend of mine. I had a conversation with a good friend of mine just the other day. We were talking about how people get in their feelings about stuff and people talk about each other. People do that stuff. I don't care. I just look at it as I live rent free in your head. If you got to worry about me enough to talk about me to other people, I don't care.
Right, yeah. Hey, I always tell people my go-to is I care much more what I think about me than what you think about me.
There you go.
So yeah, that's where I'm at.
Me and
you
my
got it,
circle.
man.
That's,
2 days into the combine. Let's before we just get in general, we'll just finish out that way and whatever else comes up. But before Bengals specific, players you could see the Bengals be interested in, who have you saw thus far? Day one was the D linemen and the D edges, right?
mm-hmm.
And today was the linebackers and the secondary, the corners and safeties. So through 2 days, I know figures you think maybe the Bengals go defense, so you probably had to see a lot that you like.
Yeah.
What
Going.
what'd you see, man?
So listen, you spoke about Arvell Reese, freak athlete, guy can play on ball or off ball. I see him. I think he's a great fit in a 3-4 edge rush. I mean, I know you
Playing on the edge.
yep. So
Okay.
I think that's where he's at. David Bailey, he
Oh,
4.5
he's
40. Malachi Lawrence out of Central Florida. A little bit bigger stature. This is a guy that could fit into a 4-3, which is the defense that the Bengals play. That was an interesting one to me, but I don't think that's not who I want at 10. I really Ruben Bain is kind of my dream pick, and he did his measurements, and but those short little arms, man, I let him drop. Let him drop. You guys are all right. Yes, you can't play football with short arms like that. You can't. Of course not. So, yeah, I hope that kind of gets some speed and grows. I think the guy that I liked a little bit more than I thought I would, also a guy with shorter arms, is Cassius Howe out of Texas A&M.
okay. I heard the name. He's an edge too.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yep. So that was on the edge side. The guys I thought did really well for themselves. Defensive tackles. I really liked Grayson Halton out of Oklahoma. He had a 36.5-inch vert and ran a 4.83 40. Big boy for those kind of numbers. There was also the Proctor kid out of southeastern Louisiana. I liked him.
Okay. I heard that. I don't remember. Well, like I told you, I watched for a while. Probably watched the 40s, watched some of the start of the drills, and yesterday I actually had to go away. Today I just was switching back and forth between news and combine.
Yeah.
But
Caleb
Proctor, I heard the name. I
Yeah.
didn't get to watch him that I remember do anything. But I recorded it so I can go back and look at whoever we talk about, so I'm up to date as we go along.
Caleb Banks was another defensive tackle a lot of guys have moving up from Florida. I just was so with him, to be honest with you, but
really?
A lot of people liked him. I got a sleeper for you at linebacker because I think the Bengals will probably take a linebacker too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, everybody wants Sonny Styles, right?
Everybody.
Boy, Kyle Lewis out of Pitt. I liked him a lot, man. Ran a 4.5 340 and just looked good doing the drills. He just looks good. I like him.
Who was that again?
Kyle Lewis, linebacker
out of Pitt, yeah.
Out of Pitt, number 9.
Really?
I like his film. I like.
You don't think he's too small? I mean, you don't think he can move like to a box safety or something like that?
No, I don't.
He weighs 220, right? 5'11", 220.
It depends on, and can he bring that stature to 230? Are there a lot of guys now playing at 220, 230 that are playing well? You know what I mean? I think I like his film, man. I think he'd be good.
No, I definitely agree with you about his film. I mean, I saw some highlights, and I saw a couple pit games and stuff like that. Workout was phenomenal.
When is it song?
Yes, yesterday. Today.
Mm-hmm.
No, yesterday. But let me ask you this, because B Dirt, because we know, things change and they're happening now, and they go back and they come back and they go
it's
back.
too early to do mock drafts. Heard.
But What about Lewis being small as the game seems like it's transitioning back to more run centric, at least 50-50 offensive, more than it's been for the past 10, 15 years?
Yeah, but if you look at the here's number one. When you say small, a linebacker doesn't have to get off of a ton of blocks if they're playing correctly. There's a lot of the zone running and a lot of that outside running and stuff like that. Um, I mean, there is some between the tackles, but can he tackle? Does he hit hard? I mean, yeah, he's 220, but he plays a little bit heavier to that to me. He plays heavy handed and he doesn't miss tackles.
Right. And like you said, he can probably put on 10 pounds easy.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think it's about what's playing in front of him, whether or not they keep him clean too.
Well, and I think he's a better middle linebacker for a 4-3 than a 3-4.
Yeah, I
I
would
don't think
agree.
you play him inside the box if there's only three guys in front of him.
That's true. That's true. Get washed out that way.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, well, my guys, who I really and this, well, obviously we know all the studs, right? I tell you what, I was really surprised with who I think raised their stock, and I think could have been on the Steelers' radar, but now he might go too high. I was thinking last third round pick or first fourth round pick, maybe our only, and that's Jacob Rodriguez out of Texas Tech.
Mm-hmm.
I think he tested really good. I mean, because we know he's a football player, right? But he answers all the questions about speed and lateral movement and explosiveness with his broad jump and vertical. I mean, of course, Sonny Styles is a freak, right? He wasn't up there with that guy, but I think he did a lot better than people were projecting him to do. So if he was a fourth round pick, he could be early third now. Early third for linebacker needy teams. I heard the name and saw him play because I watched the team play during the season, college football season. But who really, really impressed me? Your boy Duran from Penn State, the D lineman.
I liked his drills. I liked his numbers. Again, this is another guy that's shorter arms, and that's going to be the stigma. Like where he falls is, do you believe the tape or do you want the prototypical body?
Right. And that's always, I don't want to call it a dilemma, but that's always a deciding factor, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know. I think because so many times, like you guys, at least last year, your boy Stewart, you're going off potential,
Shamar
right?
Stewart, yep.
And
Yeah.
I've heard you say a few times the past year or two that you guys are picking based on what the combine, not paying attention to production in the tape.
Correct.
So which way do you lean?
I feel like I lean production in our situation right now. I would lean tape for the offensive side of the ball, maybe, because we're established at running back, wide receiver 1, wide receiver 2. We have a pass catching tight end. We're established at quarterback. So I think you have the ability there to maybe reach and go for tape or go for somebody that needs to develop for a year or two. On the defensive side of the ball, we've spent so much money on the offensive side of the ball. Those players need to come in and play and make tackles. That's another thing. Missed tackle after missed tackle after missed tackle after missed tackle. I've watched it for 2 straight years. Whoever you draft has to have a low number of missed tackles in their career. They got to be able to take people to the ground when they hit them.
No, you're right. Shout out to Curb. Curb is correct. We Steelers picked up when they were doing their coaching search. I believe one of the linebackers coaches is from Texas Tech. So he's, like he said, Rodriguez is position coach. And check out the Black and Gold Standard podcast, the homie Curb, who's down with the Know It All crew, rocks with us on Wednesdays on Smash the Gas. Check that out. Shout out to the homegirl, Christine, Black and Gold. Thanks for tapping in, Christine. We certainly appreciate you, boo. But yeah, no, B Dirt, I agree. I mean, but man, like, I mean, I don't know. Do you remember where Aaron Donald was drafted and his size and stuff? I don't think not comparing this guy to Aaron Donald, right? I'm just saying Aaron Donald wasn't a prototypical defensive tackle because he was more fit, more muscular, but we know he was a beast, right? You didn't pick him because he's going to take on 2 and 3 blockers.
But he had a lot of the same things coming out. When he got drafted, there were a lot of people saying, he's short, he's got short arms, he's 6'1". So he was drafted 13th overall pick.
Okay, yeah, I was looking myself right now. Yep, 13.
So, listen, I'm hoping Bain gets the same treatment. You know what I mean?
He could, yeah.
Oh, I hope let him fall to 10. Run to the podium.
So if for some reason Bain, Styles, and Caleb Down were there, well, if you had an opportunity to get any of the three, which one you taking first?
If I'm sitting at 10 and so Caleb Downs and Sonny Styles were obviously caught hotboxing in a parking lot somewhere, if that happened. But yeah, there's a gas mask. There's a gas mask situation there, Tinsley. I would say if you gave me I'd take Downs. I'd
Running
take
through
Downs.
the Jungle Crew on the same page tonight. Tim says I'm running the card up to the podium and taking Downs.
Yeah, so I said the same thing. I don't know why he said we differ. But I don't think Downs is going to be there at 10.
Oh, he must thought you were going to say something else, but yeah.
I think there's a chance that Bain is there at 10. I don't think there's a chance that Downs is.
Or obviously Styles.
Yeah.
He played himself he combined himself to the top 10 yesterday.
He did, and if he were to fall, I think our need in this draft class is very good at edge. And I think our need at edge, if Caleb Downs isn't there, you take the best edge available. Now, will my best edge available differ from Duke Tobin? If history has anything to say about it, it absolutely will not be the same.
So Duke Tobin would go what way, you think?
He's going to go for a little bit taller, bigger guy. Let's see. He has a tendency to reach, take somebody just about 6 spots ahead of where they should be. He'd take the kid out of what's the kid's name out of Auburn?
I know you're talking about. I can't call his name.
Falk, right?
Yeah, there's a Falk. There's a Falk. He's the kid from Auburn?
I think so. Falk, something like that.
But yeah, and you would go Bain again. That's you're more production tape oriented, more than traits, right?
Yeah, and listen, not even just the production. Just looking at the stats, like he had 9.5 sacks last year or anything like that, but also looking at like on Kendrick Falk. There we go, 10 lines.
Thanks, Tim.
On the tape, when you watch the tape, Bain gets double teamed a lot, gets chipped a lot, still disrupts the game. He does. He has a multitude of moves.
He punished Ohio State in the playoffs.
He goes inside, he goes outside, he swims, he spins, he bull rushes, he bends. Like he's got a good amount of tools in a tool bag. I think a guy like that is invaluable to what the Bengals need right now.
If he's on his swim move, he must be doing a short stroke.
Short stroke, yeah, he's a short kind of a dog paddle.
Touche. Good one. But no, man. So I think from the Steelers' perspective, as far as defensive tackle candidates and prospects, like I said, I like Durant. I don't think he's an option. I don't think we need that guy. So first round, if and I keep saying this, now it might be if the top 5 receivers are gone and the top 2 corners are gone. So 7 players have to go for me to go this way. I would probably go if he's available. I like Lee Hunter, Texas Tech, and I like Banks, Florida. I'd probably be torn between those. McDonald from Ohio State. Those 3. I think I go D-line over O-line just because I know Cam Hayward's going to be going after next year. I think you can never go wrong. I know Andy Weil helped build Philadelphia up before he came to Pittsburgh, and they were stout across the defensive front and stuff like that. I think that's offensive line too, but I'm one of the guys that, we spent over the past couple years 2 firsts on tackles, a second on the center, a 4th on a guard. We've spent some high capital on the offensive line. Not that we shouldn't draft somebody else maybe in the 3rd or 4th, but talking first round pick. If one of my corners, I'm one of my receivers first, and corners aren't there, then I probably would be inclined to go more D tackle or trade back if I'm Pittsburgh. But I'm pretty certain from a Pittsburgh perspective again, from just the visits or the meetings they've had to combine, Pittsburgh, my last count, has seen eight cornerbacks and 14 wide receivers. Wide receivers projected from the 1st to the 4th round. So that tells me right there that receiver is going to be, and I've been saying this, man, right? Two of your first 5 picks need to be wide receivers. I don't care what else you do.
Let me ask you this: since there is depth at edge in this draft, do you maybe look at an edge too later, like 4th, 5th, 6th round? Try to get a piece that you can develop a little bit with TJ aging.
TJ aging, the money wise. Herbig wants to get paid now. Highsmith is making $20 million. TJ's making $40. Then you got Herbig that wants to get paid. I think start out paying him minimum $14. I hate to say it, I don't think they'll trade TJ. I like the way Highsmith was playing. Herbig could be part of a trade package before the draft. I saw today that, and I would do it, a potential that Philly's Howie Roseman over there at the Combine is listening to about A.J. Brown. I saw where a second and Herbig could get A.J. Brown. I would do that. And I still would draft a receiver with one of my 3rd round picks. But I would only need 1 now. Yeah. You know what I mean? And because that's my 2nd round pick, and I would need 1 more with one of my 3rds. Or even a 4th. Because I have confidence in Roman Wilson under a new offense that's going to use more receivers. Because when we're going 12 and 13 personnel, you're not really seeing the field as much with DK, Calvin Austin, and you bring in those veterans Aaron Rodgers is comfortable with. But if you're playing much more 11 personnel, there's more opportunity for you to get on the field. And I don't think Calvin Austin will be back either. So, kind of reset the room, get off Herbig's what could potentially be his money, send him to Philly and a 2nd round pick and bring A.J. Brown back. The money works. A.J. Brown, because how they did the contract, is not really – it's not a bad contract, even though he's going to be making I believe against the cap this year, it's under 20, and then going forward, it'll be 24, 26. But it's just a going rate for a receiver nowadays, man. You know what I mean?
I know.
So, yeah, I like that potential. If I'm speaking from a yeah, see. Yeah, Christine thinks, Herbie could be gone. What Claude say about Roman Wilson is a Wolverine bust. See, I don't even think he's a bust, Claude. I think he hadn't had an opportunity. You haven't seen Roman Wilson play and just be sorry. You haven't seen him play. And I don't know if you call a third round pick a bust after missing the entire first season in 1 year with Aaron Rodgers, who we know doesn't really like young receivers and rookies. I wouldn't call him a bust. I saw what he did in college. I know his tape. I know his burst. I know his toughness. And B. Dirt, you can vouch for that because you watched him for more years than me.
And they also said that he had some issues with offensive coordinator too.
Yep.
I heard he was in his
that.
doghouse.
Arthur Smith.
To be continued. It's not off to a good start, though. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, no, I would agree with that.
A.J. Brown's cap hit this year is just over 23.
Okay. And then going forward,
I'm pulling up the summary now. There we go. Cap hit. It actually goes down to just under 23 and 27. In 28, it's 27.5. And in 29, it's 29.
yeah, so if you get 4 years out of them and keep, because the cap's going to keep going up, right? You're not playing a quarterback. Even if you pay Rodgers this year and you draft a rookie next year, you're not looking to pay big money for a quarterback for at least another 5 years. So during that time, you put all these different pieces around your quarterback and make your team good. And I think A.J. Brown, DK Metcalf, Freiermuth, you throw another guy in there you get in the draft, along with Roman Wilson as your 4. And your running backs, I'm curious to see what Caleb Johnson's going to look like this year with Jaylen Warren. I think they bring Gainwell back if Aaron Rodgers is coming back. I think Aaron Rodgers is going to come back, but I think he's really waiting to see what the Steelers are going to do, right? He's kind of dragging his feet, hemming and hawing, just because he want to see what they're going to do first. Not that he's not going to come back, but, it's his way of having leverage, right? He's using what is perceived leverage right now. As far as we know about the Ravens, they're picking earlier than they usually pick. They're picking at 14 this year.
Mm-hmm.
And they always do well in the draft. I don't know if that's just their GM, DaCosta.
One would think.
I'm sure Ozzie Newsome still got his head in the door, giving some advice.
Have we heard anything about Linderbaum?
I think they're going to sign him.
He's a free agent, so.
Yeah, I think they got to sign him. I mean, otherwise you create a hole.
But listen, if they're at 14, I think that with this draft, they're going to be able to hit a need really well because they need an edge rusher and or interior offensive lineman. And at 14, they're going to get a really good player, either one of those positions.
I seen a mock where they get the kid from Penn State. Is it Vega? The dude, Big G, offensive guard that Big G's super hype about. Shout out to the homie Big G out there, know-it-alls in the building. But yeah, super hype. I like him though. And I mean, but yeah, if at 21 he was there and Caleb McDonald was there, I'm going Caleb McDonald. That's not Ohio State thing. This is a defensive tackle thing. I think, it's just more value in hitting on a defensive interior defensive guy than it's hitting on a guard, right? Even though you get that guard, he'd be a 10-year starter. I need that pushing the pocket and affecting the game more,
Well, especially with Hayward aging and you guys running a 3-4, man, you gotta have a beast in there.
Right, you do.
It's got to be a grown up,
a man's man.
That's right.
I mean, put him along with Harmon, who had a great year last year. I believe Keanu Benton's been playing out of position.
Yeah.
Put him where he belongs. Then, you get Caleb McDonald's play the nose. You still got Y.A. Black. Now you got a young front. You know what I mean? So that's why and you solve a problem for another couple of years. Still don't mean you don't draft somebody in the later rounds to develop, as B. Dirt mentioned about another position for somebody else earlier. But so I do think that, but I think I'm going defensive interior over offensive interior if the two options are there. So if Vega was there and McDonald was there or Hunter was there or Davis was there, even though as great as Vega is, I'm going with one of the big boys on defense.
I feel like, too, the Bengals a lot. I don't know. I don't pay attention to it enough for the Steelers, but I feel like the Bengals get stuck on this is what we need first, this is what we need second, this is what we need. I feel like their first 3 rounds are scripted by position, and then they're flexible. And I can't stand that, man. If you can get a splash player, and maybe it wasn't the guy you thought you were going to, or the position you thought you were going to take in rounds 1 or 2, do it. Like go get the splash.
The only position you don't need splash at is wide receiver.
But we're pretty, yeah.
For the Bengals.
That's right. It's like it's Splash Mountain out there.
Right. Anybody else you can get, you go get them. I mean, you know, if they're elite at whatever position, because you're gonna make it work. You know, put talent in the house. We'll figure the house out, who sleeps where, and all that kind of stuff later. You know, so I'm certainly with that. We're gonna talk about the Ravens real quick again. The Browns. We'll take our first break. We already took a break, so we'll take our last break. We right back after this. Stay with us. Myself and B Dirt on Friday night. The homie Pay. He was told football season's over, bruh. Some of these Fridays going to be date night. So if Pay's not with us tonight, hope you're having fun out there, Pay, whatever you're doing. But you did have enough time to
business right in the streets.
Well, no, I didn't say where he's at, who he's with, what he's doing. He said he's going to be watching basketball.
He said he was going to be on a date night. He didn't say he was going to be with his girl either. We might have just put him on blast. Damn.
It could be he's just watching basketball. That's what he did on Valentine's Day. You know? But you know, Pays the wild card. I am too. It's still the same score it was when we started this thing because I got it on pause, like I said. But yeah, man, we'll go ahead and take our last break. We'll be right back. We're going to finish up talking about the combine, any potential trades that we've heard and talked about. One trade went down. I know Tennessee and the Jets made a trade for like defensive lineman, an edge for an interior guy. I think they just got the interior guy and the Titans got the edge guy. Couldn't even tell you the player's name without looking it up again. But no, good players though, but just not great players. But we'll be right back. Stay with us on Homies Friday night. Be right back after this. Watching on YouTube. We're not going anywhere. Just have to take a quick break for our audio listeners to hear some words from our partners and advertisers. We'll be right back after this. Stay with the homies. Right back. And we're back on the Homies Friday night. It's your boy Tate in the building with the homie B Dirt. Here talking about the NFL Combine, how it impacts the AFC North among other teams. The Browns, last mock I saw, I'm guessing it probably was a mock after yesterday, one of the NFL Network guys, because I don't think it would have been this high for yesterday. We had the Browns taking Sonny Styles at 6. Big G in one of our chats seems to think Ohio State's going to get 5 players out the first 10.
It doesn't surprise me.
He thinks that, or if it happens.
He said that, yeah. He
said that, right?
Yeah.
I can see 4.
Oh yeah, you got some definite talent, and you're hitting some needs there for people, but there's also quarterback needs there that are going to go off the board. There'll be a couple of them.
Couple quarterbacks?
Yeah.
Cornerbacks.
Quarter. Throw thy football.
In the top 10?
I think it's definitely one. I think there might be a second, yes.
Oh, I mean, those are definitely, but ooh.
I think somebody might.
Who is it? Is it Ty Simpson? Please let it be Ty Simpson.
I don't know. I don't know who it might be, but I wouldn't be surprised if somebody reaches a little bit. But there's definitely I think the Browns are more. I think they need help on the offensive side of the ball more. I think they need offensive line help. The one guy just retired from them. I think they need wide receiver help.
I agree with you. But is it just what you said though about what Duke Tobin does? If you can get splash, you get splash. What you just said.
Yeah. Well, I don't
I mean,
expect the Browns to do the right thing either. You know what I mean? It's not a heavy track record of that.
okay.
Did they
Touche
just let
again.
go of Dylan Gabriel?
They let him go? I didn't see that today.
I thought I saw that. Let's look. Let's look
Ooh,
up.
that would be breaking news to me.
Browns. No. Oh, he spoke. Man, he's still there, I think.
Yeah, I do. I do think it's some validity to. I think perceived as it is right now, I think Shador Sanders is a starter. He'll go into camp as a starter, but you said it a few weeks ago. I could see Deshaun Watson winning that position just because he's been working. He's a vet. He's
I don't think the Browns. I don't think Dylan Gabriel has trade value.
no, I don't think he does either. But can you cut a third round pick? I mean, because really they had a good draft last year, except for that. Except for taking Dylan Gabriel in the third, I think Cleveland would have been even
Yeah.
okay if they didn't take Gabriel at all and took Shador Sanders in the third. You come out looking better.
Yeah, you're probably right. Probably get another running back in the
Yeah,
fifth
you
round.
could have. Yeah, you could have. I mean, or a nice development piece because you can't develop both those quarterbacks. They're on the same timeline.
Yeah. The
I
running
mean, you
back,
got more
Junkins hit, Fannin hit,
Fanning hit,
Graham hit. Like
Graham hit.
those are all three good picks.
I think they got another one. The Schlesinger, the linebacker.
Yeah, Schlesinger was great.
Yeah,
He might have been the best of the bunch.
right. They all hit. Yeah. Christine said nobody in the Brown organization have ever watched the movie Draft Day, and they're the team depicted in the movie. Kevin Costner is what's their GM's name? Andrew Barry, Andrew Barry.
Tim, that's what Tim said. Last episode, someone tried to kill Dicka, and now he is cutting Gabriel.
What happened?
Somebody tried to kill Mike Dicka. Somebody said Mike
Oh,
Dicka was dead last
not
show.
somebody that was pay. Is that Hayden too?
Yep,
That was pay.
it was definitely pay. It was definitely pay.
But yeah, man. So who knows what the Browns doing? They got a premium pick. And they got 2 first-round picks, but the second one is towards the end of the round. Because this Jacksonville's pick that they traded last year. And I'd say after 1 year, the Browns
Get
will
quality
win that
wide
deal.
receiver in the late in the first.
They need that.
Mm-hmm.
They need that. Well, let's ask that then. How do you rank the wide receivers, the top 5? How do you rank them?
Oh, in this draft class,
Yeah, in this draft class.
I got Lemon with a bullet.
Oh, okay. What about him?
I like the route tree. I like his route tree. He can run on the outside. He can across the middle. He can run and if you saw his interview actually today, he talked about, like, they asked him who his favorite wide receiver was. He emulated his game off of and whatnot, and he said Amon-Ra St. Brown. So
That's who I've my comp is to. You know what I mean? I've said that several times. You guys have heard me. But yeah, I agree with that comp.
I like Lemon. You gotta like Carnell Tate.
Just for his last name. But yeah.
Yeah. I like Concepcion.
Ooh,
I'll
do you
text
like
Jane
him in
them.
your top 5?
I do.
Wow. What do you like
Probably
about
at
him? I
5.
mean, I understand why you like him, but why over some of the other guys? Who that's 4, right? Who's number 5?
No, that's 3.
You
4,
said
Denzel Boston
you said
out of Washington.
Lemon,
I like
Tate.
him. Lemon, Tate, Boston, Concepcion.
Concepcion. Okay. Who's 5?
Man. Who I don't know who I got at 5.
Okay, let me tell you mine. Then maybe you. I think if I'm just going off what I view as upside and potential, not counting injury history, because I think that's why he could drop a little bit. But Jordan Tyson is my one. Arizona State. I like the kid a lot. I think he's a good route runner. He's a physical player. He's great
I
after
like him
catch.
too. I would say it's either him or Chris Bell for my top 5.
Ooh, you left two guys out that I like. Maybe not. Well, no, I said Tyson, so that was one that I thought you was gonna leave out. But if you take him at 5, you didn't leave him out. But Concepcion and Bell aren't in mine, so my top 5 are, like I said, Tyson. You know, I'm torn between Tate and Lemon. I probably would go Lemon though, just because I don't think he'll go higher in the draft. Because I think teams are looking for 6'3" with a 75% contested catch rate, and that's Tate, right? So I believe Tate's 1 off the board, but that's not my 1. Tyson's my 1. Tate's my 2. Lemon is 3. My 4 would be Boston. And my 5 would be not Concepcion. It would be Omar Cooper at Indiana.
Okay.
You know,
I like Cooper.
I like Cooper. Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think. Concepcion might be. I might put one more in there before Concepcion. Concepcion might be 7. I just ain't thinking of that guy right this second, but it might come to me. But yeah, so heavy. I see 5. All 5 of those guys going in the first round. If you throw Concepcion in there, 6 receivers could go.
This I think this group of wide receivers is very heavy on possession wide receivers. People that catch the ball well, run good routes. There's very few burners. Is that the smaller kid from Georgia is a burner. But
Zachariah Branch.
I think it is Branch. Mm-hmm. But that's the guy running a sub 4.4. I don't think anybody else in the top 10 wide receivers is going to run a sub 4.4.
Not sub, probably not.
No, I think you're 4.
Your boy Braswell could for Tennessee if you consider him top 10, but he's around 9-10.
Yeah,
but I think he can get like 4.38.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
But I would say the average in the top 10 is going to be around a 4.48, 4, low or high 4.4s, low 4.5.
Okay. As far as today, again, I'll take the Steelers side thing. You can the Bengals because today we saw you mentioned Lewis the linebacker. Mm-hmm. The Steelers, we needed a DB or 2. I did a short out there, should be out there. Go ahead, check it out. I think really the top 2 guys are going to be gone. So, I mean, these guys I would like after the kid from LSU and the other kid from Clemson, Terrell. I like Hood out of Tennessee. I like Pons out of Indiana as a slot.
I like him a lot too.
And the kid, I knew about him, but I saw him today. And again, when you see these guys and their traits show you more than what make the film make sense, right? Make the film make sense. The kid out of Washington, is it Terrion Davis? Like almost 6'4" corner, ran a 4.4, like a 4.41 40 today. Smooth. One of those, and maybe that's not what we want anymore. Mike Tomlin, what Mike Tomlin used to call the big corners? What did he call them? No, somebody knows, man. He didn't call them. Help me out, Tim. I know you know.
Colton Hood 4.44.
That's good, but I don't.
I thought Andre Fuller looked good for a cornerback out of Toledo.
He did, but his time wasn't up there enough. What he like around
4.49?
Okay, I'm saying it must have corrected. It was a 4.5. I thought at the time when I saw it.
Yeah.
But Mike Tomlin didn't call them aliens. What do you call Joey Porter and our dude Corey Trice? Christine, help me. Claude, help me. Somebody help me. What he called those big corners? I want to say freaks, but he didn't call them freaks. But yeah, no. So I really like the corners. I think that's why I said already. I think the Steelers got to go.
He called JPJ for a penalty.
What are you talking about?
Most penalized cornerback in the past 2 years.
Not so much this year. Also, hasn't given up
Hey,
but one
per-
touchdown his whole career.
Per
One
game.
TD.
Per game. He
game
missed
what?
a few games this year, but per game, he was still up there.
Did he miss more than one game? He missed a few games?
I thought he missed 2 or 3. Did he only miss 1?
I think he only missed one. I could be wrong, though. But yeah, but he's given up one touchdown his entire career. And I'll trade some of those penalties for that. Means he's using his old college football rules. We're stopping touchdowns, giving up penalties. That's the way you do it. But yeah, man, anything. Okay, let's go. What are you looking forward to tomorrow? Quarterback wise, what are you looking at? Because tomorrow the quarterbacks go. I think tomorrow it was been on NFL Network. Don't tomorrow the combine go to ESPN tomorrow? Like it's big money day, right? Saturday.
I'm looking forward to get quarterbacks over with.
Avatars. Thanks, Bob. Avatars.
There it is.
That's what he called them.
Bigfoot Bob got
in
it.
the building. That just reminded me that Afton ain't here because Afton would have been on that, but she hadn't been here. There go the homie in the building. With the thumbs up, pinky out. What you looking forward to tomorrow, B Dirt?
Getting the quarterbacks over with.
Getting them over with like it's really not much to see, or just getting them over with because you got Joe Burrow and it ain't shit you worried about?
A little bit of both. I don't think it's a very good quarterback class either. The linebackers were really interesting. Edge players.
How you rank the top 5 quarterbacks? Just just off the cuff. How you rank them yourself?
Mendoza won with a bullet.
Definitely, I put the bullet in that one.
And then the rest of them on the trash heap for me.
They all tied for 5.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I don't have anybody after that excites me.
Okay.
I really don't.
I don't think nobody's exciting, but they're going to go because they're quarterbacks, right?
Yeah. And listen, and I'm not interested in watching the wide receivers. You know, as a Bengals fan, I'm kind of just who I root for. I want to see the big uglies tomorrow, man. I want to see those tackles and those guards get in there and mix it up.
That's Sunday, isn't it?
Is it Sunday? What's tomorrow?
Sunday.
Quarterbacks and what?
Quarterback, running backs, and receivers. Skills.
Well, I'm always interested in running back too.
Right.
I always feel like there's good steals to be had in a running back in rounds 3 through 5.
Mm-hmm.
Got to find those guys.
Okay. No, I agree. Yeah, I want to see. The Steelers met with
Tight ends on Sunday?
I think tight ends on field is tomorrow when the quarterbacks go. I think they ran their
I'm interested in
times and stuff today. Because I think the kid out of Oregon, the like young Jonnu Smith type,
Yeah.
Vernon Davis type, ran like a 4.49 or something. Oh, Sadiq.
Yeah, he's a physical specimen.
Specimen, right.
Yeah.
Hey, they put they put numbers up against people from the past. They put Sonny Styles numbers as far as everything he did, his broad jump, his 40.
Mm-hmm.
It was equivalent to, guess who? Megatron.
Oh, wow.
His numbers are like they measured him against Megatron. Yep.
Yeah, that's pretty wild.
Crazy. But yeah, man, so I think Mendoza's number 1 with a bullet, like I said. But I'm really curious to see. I'm sorry, my pause went off. It's been an hour. I'm really curious to see The Drew Aller, Steelers saw Drew Aller, Nussmeier, Carson Beck. I believe they had meetings with. But I want to see my boy K. Klubnik outperform all of them. All of them. Cause I keep I like Drew Aller because of his size and athleticism and stuff. But I just don't think his accuracy is there. But if you get him in the late third and the fourth, and you want a project to go along with Will Howard, a lot of smoke out of Pittsburgh too is that Mike McCarthy is out there. I ain't saying it's true because I don't know that Mike McCarthy said it. Pittsburgh's not really. I mean, the Steelers and Mike McCarthy aren't really big on Will Howard. And if they weren't, I get it because he's a 6th round pick. But man, Yens Nation though, these peeps are wild on Will Howard, bruh.
Really?
F yes. Yes.
I'll tell you one of the things that I'm rooting for. I don't know if it'll happen. I'm rooting for it. I'd like to see maybe in the later rounds, maybe in the 5th round or so, maybe 6, Diego Pavia.
Yeah.
I'd like to see him get drafted by the Denver Broncos and have him go to Sean Payton and have Sean Payton use him like he did Taysom Hill.
You think he don't have that size though, not like Taysom Hill.
But he runs like that. He's stocky.
Yeah,
he's a tank. Like I think it could be a fun fit.
It's a good call. Yeah, I wouldn't be mad at that. But I wouldn't care because it's the Broncos. I wouldn't root for it. But yeah, Pete Williams said he broke Dorian Dickerson. Pitt's great Dorian Dickerson's record. Who's this Sadiq has put you in mind of kind of similar to Dorian Dickerson, so I get it. But no, B Dirt, that's not a bad take, man. I mean, I can see that.
This just be fun.
Maybe he can trade for pick up off the scrap heap, pick up Justin Fields and use him at that.
Well, listen, there are people out there that think he should have about 5 receptions a year. So
I already know. That's why I was alluding
give or take. Give or take.
Well, yeah, man. With that being said, looking forward to tomorrow. Tap in will next be back on Sunday. And I believe the combine will be ending about the time that we get ready to take off, about 6 p.m. Offensive linemen will be finishing up. We're going to talk about, we'll have total combine in our rear view. Going to talk about the risers and fallers, grading some of the prospects. Just talk from a comprehensive perspective of the combine because everybody will be done. So tap into that Sunday at 6 p.m. And B Dirt, you got anything going on? Anything you want to say, man? What's up?
38-31, Michigan at halftime.
Okay.
I like that. I'll tell you what, I'm going to do. For those of you listen to Running Through the Jungle, I'm going to end it the same way, man. Rest in peace, Rondell Moore, and condolences to his family. And this is, I think it's hit home for everybody out there, some way, shape, form, or time. It's been something I've dealt with too many times than I'd like to recall. But man, if you have mental problems, pick up the phone, call somebody. You got people in your corner. Everybody does. There's hotlines out there if you don't feel like you do. There's people out there that do care, man. And mental health is tough, and everybody's dealt with it, and everybody's gone through it before. It's sad. Not alone. That's all I got.
Not alone. Really young, yeah. Just but sometimes it's difficult. I don't know if people. And we talked about this on the Jag 2G podcast. It was said by one of my guys over there, I believe Steven, that, just the persona and mentality the football players have to have, or they're encouraged to have, being tough, all you hurt, just suck it up and get through it.
Mm-hmm.
That maybe that mentality has something to do with guys not seeking help, But sometimes it's tough to seek help, and you just gotta. Other people have to check on people too. You know?
Yeah.
So
Very
yeah.
true.
Call somebody up you ain't talked to, check on them. Check on somebody you see all the time. How you doing and mean it. Not just as a greeting, not just as a check the box.
Yeah.
Really ask them how they're doing and mean it.
I tell you what, one of the greatest things that I received going into sales that was meant to help me in sales, but helped me in every facet of my life. He said, you want to be the person that asks a question and listens to the answer. And when you're listening to people talk, you listen to them talk. You don't wait until it's your turn to speak. There's a difference.
That part. I agree, B-Dirt. And I'll close out on this. And this goes to what we're saying, man. We're kind of like having our very own mods moments on the homies right now, B-Dirt.
Hey, now. It's been a lot less freaky without pay here, hasn't it?
It has been. We had not one.
That's all right.
You know,
We'll get it back. We'll get that mojo back next week. Don't worry about it.
But hey, yeah, man, give without remembering and receive without forgetting. So think about that. And for the homies this week, we about to play the intro for the outro just to get on Gerald's nerves because we think it's fire.
Kick rocks, Gerald. It's a great
for the
intro.
Homies this week, Pay will be back next week. We out. Thanks for tapping in, everybody. Peace.
Yeah. Friday night. Yeah. Yeah. You rolling with the homies. Sports talk with a twist. We keep it real only. Ain't talking that baloney. We speaking the facts. Sports news going on. We talking about that. Tank, hay, and dirt. We gon' bring the noise. Friday nights are better when you hang with the boys. Yeah, 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 yeah. We the homies.